Hey Libra, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. As you know, I always pre-shuffle, but I'm going to add a little energy before we get started. Again, I hope everybody's doing fantastic. I'm doing this on the last day of the month. However, they won't be uploaded until the end of the weekend because I will be heading out of town. So again, I apologize for getting them out late. Short month, and I've had a lot going on. If you've ordered private reads, those are coming out this weekend and this weekend and this week. So please just be patient as I'm getting the rest of the monthly out. All right, so Libra, gosh, these cards are not all of a sudden cooperating. All right, this is for Libra reconciliation for March 2019. As you know, last month I split the reads up and I did reconciliation and singles. Most people were happy with that format, so that's what I'm going to continue doing until I decide to switch it up again. So, oh, another card popped out here. All right, so this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Reconciliation for March 2019. All right. Hopefully this resonates with the majority of you, but you want to check your other signs sometimes, as this is a general read. If you want a private read, the description is in the information below. And I just, and I just like to repeat that because it is in the description. So I promise if for some reason it gets missed, it will be in the description to the video next to it. So I get emails daily regarding that. And it's pretty easy to find down below. All right, so, sorry, cards flying all over the place. Let's see what is going on for Libra, reconciliation, 2019 March. All right, any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information is in the description, like I said twice already. Sorry, not trying to repeat myself here, Libra. All right, one more card, then we'll pull your theme of the month and we'll get started. So I always forget to tell you which decks I'm using, and then people ask, and I really should be announcing that anyways. So I use the Deviant Moon Tarot spread for the 10-card spread, this spread. And then the clarifying and theme of the month, I use the 8-coin tattoo tarot deck. So again, just clarifying that. Let's get your theme of the month pulled here, and then we will get started for Libra reconciliation 2019. 2 more shuffles. Theme of the month for Libra. See what's going on for Libra. One more shuffle, and then we'll pull your theme. Okay. Ooh. Ah! I'll take the one that flipped over here on the table, not the ones that fell on the ground. All right, so you have the 10 of Cups. Well, that's not a bad card for reconciliation now, is it? The 10 of Cups is about peace. It's about joy. It's about happiness, blissful. It's about wishes coming true because, right, the 9 of Cups is about wishing, making the wishes. And then the 10 of Cups is the wishes coming true. So some of you maybe have recently gotten in contact with this person, or they've gotten in contact with you. Maybe you're just encouraged this month more than ever that there's a possibility you guys will reconcile or start talking. Whatever it means to you, the 10 of Cups coming in this month definitely signifies that something good could be approaching, or again, makes me feel like some of you have gotten a little glimmer of hope somewhere that makes you feel like, okay, they still care about me. They're not completely over me, etc. The next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Ace of Wands. So somebody may be pregnant, somebody may be thinking about getting pregnant, somebody maybe just had a child. The Ace of Wands is a very motherly figure, very nurturing, very sensuous, very creative. So coming into the month, I feel like some of you, again, have had something, and maybe it's just an awakening. Maybe you thought you were over this person. Maybe this is a long time coming, and you were like, I don't think that we're meant to be together. And then all of a sudden something came in, and you're like, you know what? I do want a family with this person. I do want kids with this person. Maybe you've been cutting them off, and you've just been like, no, you know, you're not worth my time. I don't want anything to do with you. Maybe you're having some sort of reversal, or maybe they are, because definitely some sort of hope here this month. New beginnings with the Ace of Wands, and then the 10 of Cups. I mean, the 10 of Cups is all about family. Again, peace, joy, good things to come. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the 7 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles is about risk reward. It's about assessing the situation and figuring out what the payoff is. So basically weighing the pros and cons. So a lot of you in your mind are doing that. Okay, I love this person a lot, but they did this to me. They lied, they cheated, they were ungrateful, disrespectful, whatever it is. Or you were to them, vice versa. But the Seven of Pentacles is saying you're like weighing out, what if I get back together with them, what's the risk? What's the reward? What can I see going forward? And based on these two cards, makes me feel like a lot of you see something positive could be accruing, or maybe, I don't know, I feel like maybe apologies have been said, heartfelt moments have been remembered, something very at ease here a little bit. And it feels like it hasn't been at ease in a long time. I don't know what that glimmer of hope was. Even if it wasn't communication, it was finding out that they still care about you. Maybe they did something simple like poke you on Facebook or whatever it is. But there's something here that definitely says there's like a revival. And I feel like it's a revival between both of you, like both of your energies. The next card you have is the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is an emotional, very childlike energy. So you have the Page of Cups in your distant past, which is over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood, which makes sense with the Page of Cups. This definitely tells me some of you are remembering things that you've wanted for a long, long time, right? So the Page of Cups says, okay, like if you wanted kids, if you wanted marriage, whatever it is, you've lost that. And now you're regaining that. So maybe this glimmer of hope isn't with the person you're thinking about reconciling with. Maybe it's somebody completely different. But the page says you're not forgetting things that were important to you. You're revitalizing these energies. You're remembering these energies this month. So the Page of Cups definitely, I think, is something very good, saying, hey, by the way, there's, whatever you were longing for or wanting, you can still have. That's the universe's way of saying, remember all the things you wanted or all the things you thought you could have or the things you wanted to come to fruition. Don't let those dreams die. They can still happen. They're still available to you, and maybe more so now than ever. The next card you have, look at that. The next card you have is your immediate past, or the past few weeks, past month or two. All right, so I'm going to tell you, Libra, I think majority of you, this is with the person that you're thinking about reconciling with. But for some of you, like you're just on cloud 9, period. Whether it's you're dating new people, you still have this emotional connection with this person. Maybe you're kind of waiting for them to come around and you're meeting new people. But whatever it is, again, there's that glimmer of hope again. The 10 of Cups, some sort of peace, joy, happiness coming in your life. I think for a majority of you, it's just accepting the fact that this person is either what you consider your twin flame or karmic connection, or just the fact that you, like, in your gut, know it's not completely over. For some of you, it's even a revisitation. Like I said, like, this is a long time ago, and now all of a sudden they've reached back out, and it was like the one that got away. Maybe you moved on with your life already from this person, and now they came back a year later, 2 years later, 6 months later, and they're like, hey, and you never thought there was a possibility here, but now there's some sort of growth or change of heart. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Ace of Swords. So you have 2 ace cards here, 2 beginnings, and Libra, you're an air sign card. So this is the beginning of Libra's air energy. The Ace of Wands is about logic. It's about clarity. It's about power. So this is basically seeing, it's almost like you're at a point in your life where you're like, you know, if this is what I want, I can have it. If this person and I are meant to be together, something tells me those energies are going to present an accumulation of some sort of communication or some sort of commitment to each other, even if it's just committing to starting over, getting to know each other again, getting back in the saddle of being friends. But the Ace of Swords here says that, Libra, you're in control. This is a power card. This is saying you can basically have what you want, but think about it clearly. Make sure it is what you want. I think that's something you've been battling in your head is this what I want? Is this not what I want? But you know what you want regardless of who it's with. I think that's going to be the main message of this reading that's super important, is that you've come to a realization of whatever it is you want. If you want kids, if you want fur babies, if you want whatever it is to you, and then again, this joy and peace. It could be family, but it doesn't have to be. It's to each his own. It could be 2 people just in a partnership enjoying each other's company. Here, this tells me that your realization is you can have what you want. Even if you had all these dreams of a certain type of future and you just let that go and just assumed you'd never get it, hold on to it, because this month is like a whole new, I feel like a spirituality almost too, like a growth within yourself, a spiritual growth just in general. And this says, again, it's not, you have the power to get what you want, but it's about seeing things clearly. It's about knowing what you want, regardless of whether it's with this past person, with somebody new. It's like you've just kind of come into a realization. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, throughout the month of March, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, very motherly, nurturing energy, very similar to the Ace of Wands. Queen of Pentacles is content. She's somebody, he or she, it doesn't have to be, I don't apply sex to the cards. But the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is nurturing, but almost like an older soul, somebody who's been there, done that, and now will reciprocate love when love is given, will be attentive when people are attentive. It's just about having gotten over a lot of humps, having gotten over storms, having weathered life in general. And the Queen of Pentacles is a good position to be, because it's saying, okay, you've overcome a lot of the chaos. You've overcome a lot of the hurt and drama and whatever it is to you. And the Queen of Pentacles is saying, look, that's, you know, I'm here. I'm here to be attentive. I'm here to be loving. I'm here to nurture you. But with that in return, Libra, only with somebody who is reciprocating, who is giving that same type of energy. You're no longer going to placate or deal with people who bullshit you. You will cut them off very easily, especially with this Ace of Swords. The next card you have is something tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. Could last for a day, an hour, etc. And you have strength. Strength is Leo's card, so you could be dealing with a Leo. But the biggest thing with here is patience. It's about balance. It's about controlling what you can and letting the rest go. So this month, I think, is going to be very much that for you. It's going to be assessing situations, okay? Making decisions on certain things, and then things that are out of your control. You can't force somebody to come back. You can't force somebody to want to be with you, just and vice versa. They can't force you to want to be with them. This is saying you're going to control what you can, make decisions, and make movement towards what you want, as far as how feasible it is for you to make those decisions and get where you want. And then anything else that you can't control, that isn't something that you should control, no force here. It's all about, the strength card is all about, again, a patience. It's about understanding, okay, I can make this happen in my life and I can be happy, and I can choose to be happy, or I can choose to be miserable, and you choose happy. And the strength card is saying, okay, be strong, be diligent. If this person isn't going to make you happy, you'll know and you'll cut them out. If they are, and you feel like this with them, then you're going to do what you can, and you're in your you know, position to make that happen, or to encourage it, or to do the best you can in order to move in the direction that you're looking forward to. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. Could last, again, for a day or for an hour. Now, you have Judgment. Judgment is about judgment. But judgment is also about, you know, it's basically like, hey, you did this, and so therefore this is what happens. It's very similar to the Justice card. I always feel like they're very similar, just because, again, judgment is about, you know, harnessing a feeling and then deciding whether you're going to continue to feel that way. Did they hurt you? Yes. Do you want to continue feeling that energy? Yes or no. That's up to you. Again, judgment is very much a card that says, okay, this is looking back. It's about meditation. It's about judging a situation. So do I want to continue to feel negative about this? Do I want to continue to harness these negative energies? Or do I want to get over it, meditate about it, say that was a hard situation I went through. Maybe I wasn't treated so well. Maybe I was disrespected. But then going forward, that behavior won't be allowed. And I will cut it out immediately, because I have the power to harness where I'm going now. The next card you have are your hopes and fears for the outcome. You have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is very responsible, very pragmatic, but also on the same token, very aspiring. It's very interesting to me because, again, this is somebody who's keeping very level-headed. So your hopes are, yes, hopefully we can make this work for a majority of you. Some of you, again, I feel like maybe you still have the connection, but you're looking forward in a different direction. Majority of you, though, I think you're interested in making this work with this person. You still aspire to, but it's like you're not going to push it. These are beginnings. This is an ace. This is an ace. The Page of Pentacles, again, still very responsible, still very practical, still very pragmatic, not jumping into this type of energy, but understanding that that's what you want. And it wouldn't be bad if you did jump into that energy. It's just some of you are still a little reserved. You know what you want, per se. Just how do you get it with this person? How do you make it happen? And, you know, are we both on the same page is the biggest question here. The next card you have is your outcome. You have the Two of Swords, so decisions. And these are big decisions. This is choices. This is I feel like some of you are torn between moving into a reconciliation or moving on. Because I feel like some of you have had the opportunity for both. Or you've had the opportunity for moving on, but you were really hoping for the opportunity for reconciliation, and you're not sure, you're kind of worried, like, if I move on, will this opportunity disappear? And I never believe that, because I always believe that, well, I know in my heart that if it's meant to be with somebody, it will come back around regardless of whether you move on. And sometimes you have to move on for that person to actually come back, right? Sometimes once you release them and you move on, all of a sudden the energy is, wait, where are you going without me? What's going on? Wait. So depending on your situation, but I feel like a lot of you may have the opportunity to move on, or maybe looking, or maybe thinking about moving on. But at the same time, you really love this person and really connect with them. And maybe there was something recently, like a teaser, if you will, to the fact that they're interested in possibly talking to you again or reconciling with you. But again, whatever it is, a big choice, I feel like a big choice, usually when I see this, I feel like it needs to be made. But here, I don't necessarily feel like it needs to be made. I feel like you could do both. You could hang out with other people and continue to still love this person. Just because you hang out with other people doesn't mean you wouldn't reconcile if they come back. But the thing with this is the Two of Swords, I feel like you're torn in your own head. You're torn on, how long can I wait? How long are we going to go on like this? How long, you know, for some of you, if you are communicating, it's very much, you know, it's very much like, hi, how's it going? But nothing, it doesn't progress into anything else. And you're kind of like ready. You want this. You want this type of energy. You want that happiness. You want that peace. And you're kind of like, okay, I love you and I'm connected with you, but how long am I supposed to wait around? Now, what's interesting here is I feel like for a majority of you, something's going to happen with this reconciliation, because you have the Page of Wands, which is a spark. It's a curiosity. It's a confidence. So there's definitely coming in for you from this person, or for cross-watchers, vice versa. There's definitely, Libra, something on the precipice of about to happen, because the Page of Wands is huge spark. So that means some sort of communication comes to fruition. And then you have the Eight of Wands here. The Eight of Wands is movement. It's quick. It is forced. It's like blindside you, and not forced like in a negative way. It's movement that moves in the direction that you want way quicker than you think. So if you want a reconciliation, the possibility of it this month is huge. If you don't want a reconciliation, that door, that chapter will close and this new chapter will open. But I really do feel like for a majority of you, some sort of communication is coming in, some sort of conversation, and then it just kind of takes off from there. All right, Libra, I hope you guys have a great month. Thanks for your patience. I'll see you next month.